Hi, guys. I hope everybody's doing okay. I sure miss your little smiling faces and can't wait to see you again. Um, Today, I want to ask you a question about kindergarten. How do you think you are feeling about kindergarten? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you scared? Are you excited? Lots of emotions because it's going to be new and different. Some of you I know are excited. Some of you are probably a little bit nervous. But you know what? It's going to be great because kindergarten rocks. Okay, here's the title, Kindergarten Rocks. The author's name is Katie Davis. Katie Davis. And she also did the illustrations. Now, this story has got these little bubbles in them called like a conversation bubble, and when I read that, that means that's what he is thinking or saying. Okay, so here we go. I'm Dexter Dugan, and I know everything about kindergarten. This is because I'm actually going to be a kindergartner very soon. And he says next month practically. It's next week, Dexter. I'm an expert because my big sister Jessie went there too one time. My dog Rufus is an eensy teensy beensy bit scared about kindergarten. You don't have to be scared, Dex. You're going to love it. So here's his big sister, and she's saying, next week you're going to be going to kindergarten. And Dexter is saying that the dog, his little dog, is a little bit scared. Jessie went to kindergarten a long time ago. But she still remembers it, even though she's going into third grade. When Jess went to kindergarten, she wasn't big like she is now. He's got right here, he says, Rufus is scared I'll get lost in the school. Over here, the sister says, the bus driver knows the way. Don't worry, kindergarten rocks. And over here, they've been measuring themselves and as they've grown. I don't know if you do that at your house or not. Don't write on the wall without asking permission, but a lot of families do this to see how much their children grow through the years. She wrote like me, and she drew like me too, only not as good. I got Jessie to help me make a list of things Rufus was scared about. I'm not worried though. So here's his sister's picture when she went to kindergarten, and here's his picture. And now look, he even drew Rufus in his picture. And over here, he's making a long list of the things that Rufus is scared of. Now, who do we think is really scared? Rufus, the dog, or Dexter? Kindergarten will be a piece of cake. No problem, he said. I can't wait. So here he's looking at the calendar to see how long it is till the first day of kindergarten. Over here, he says, I can't wait. But you see his face? Did that look like a face of someone who can't wait to go to kindergarten? When the bus came the next morning, the driver seemed like he knew where he was going. So I got on. And here he is talking to his sister. He says, what if I get lost? What will I do? You won't, she says. I might. You won't, she said. But what if I forget to make a map and I get lost then? You won't, she said. But what if I do? You won't. Just Rufus is scared I might get lost. So on the way to school, he's telling his sister that Rufus, his little dog, is afraid he might get lost. Rufus was still worried, but Jessie had a great idea. If Rufus gets scared, just give him a hug. When we finally got to school, I couldn't wait to see my classroom. So she said, if he gets scared, give him a hug. And over here he says, I can't wait to see my classroom. But look what's happening in the picture. His sister Jessie is having to pull him inside. Does he look like he's excited? No, not yet. Hi, Dexter. I'm Mrs. Sugarman. I'm your teacher. There are some kind of good surprises about kindergarten. For one thing, my friend Joey from preschool was there. Rufus was so happy to see him, he forgot to worry. So here he's meeting his new teacher. And over here, they're all sitting on the carpet. And he's even got some friends from pre-K in his classroom. And you will too. We made art and cooked food and smushed Play-Doh. I think Rufus wants to lick the spoon. I got to write letters and build gigantic towers and play in the imagination station. Does any of this sound familiar? You're going to be doing a lot of the same things you did in pre-K. Art, writing, cooking food, playing with Play-Doh, building a tower. Oh, and looking at books. We don't want to forget that one. Then we went to the library. That's where you go if you want to know about snails or soccer or outer space or shark guts. You can go borrow a whole book about it and keep it practically forever. At lunchtime, you get to eat with all your friends in the cafeteria. It's exactly almost like a restaurant. Oh no. Ooh, you're going to get in trouble. All right, so here he is in the library looking for a book to borrow. Over here in the cafeteria, and it looks like he may have had an accident with his milk. Oh no. And there are people called custodians who clean the whole entire school, and they can help you even when you spill your milk by accident and you are scared you'll get in trouble. He says, how about a wipe? I wiped this up for you, said the custodian. Thank you, said Dexter. Wasn't that nice? After lunch, everyone goes to recess. Joy says, you can't get lost playing I'm a monster and you are a powerful monster getter. Because if someone's always chasing you, how can you get lost? So they're out playing on the playground. Just like we do in pre-K. Hey, wait a second. Where's Rufus? Rufus is gone. Rufus is lost. Oh, no. First he tells his teacher. Then he tells his friends. Rufus is lost. Why don't we get Jessie to help you find him? Maybe I left him in the cafeteria. Come on, we can check the library. It's down the hall. Let's see if he's on the playground. Rufus is lost. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. So here he is running all over the place trying to find Rufus. Rufus is gone. We couldn't find him anywhere. Wait a second. There he is. He's not lost. Rufus was so happy to see me, he knew I'd find him the whole time. You're staying home from now on, Dexter told Rufus. See him back there? Rufus is going to stay home while Dexter goes to school. I'm going to learn lots of stuff in kindergarten, but the thing I learned today was kindergarten rocks. Now, the face coming off the bus is a lot different from the face that went on the bus, right? It says, the sister's saying, I told you so. Kindergarten rocks. So how do we think Dexter was feeling at the beginning of the story? He kept saying Rufus was scared. Rufus was scared he'd get lost. Rufus was scared of things. But really, do we think Rufus was scared or maybe Dexter was scared? And at the end of the story, we see a whole different face on Dexter. I think Dexter was still excited, probably excited to go back the next day to school and see his friends and his new teacher in his new classroom and do lots of new things and some of the things that we do in pre-K too still. All right, guys, it was wonderful reading to you today. And don't forget our Zoom meeting Thursday evening at 6. And I love you. Miss you. Bye.